We're just on the outskirts of Dunkeld, and today we're going to be doing a nice wee circular route. One I've not done before, so this will be a little bit of exploring for myself. Not too much information on it, I imagine locals will know a lot more. I've got the Cali car park immediately to my right hand side, and first of all we'll be heading into the Blair Atholl Woods, heading towards Upper Hatton, and we'll just take things from there. Hopefully this will be a nice leisurely day, and the weather holds out for us, so we'll catch up in a little bit. So we're just passing Loch Ordie, and it has been, it's really peaceful. A few cars coming and going, but nothing major. The further I get along the track, that will obviously become less. I actually missed an opportunity. I was actually speaking to one of the forest wardens from the Atholl estate. Got talking about the sort of different areas, Blair Atholl, Pitlochry, etc. And what I really should have been doing was actually talking about the walk I was actually doing today, to try and get some inside information. If you ever get the opportunity to speak to people from the estate, they can obviously give you more informed information. Anyway, we'll move on, we'll catch up in a wee bit. So I found myself on this walk today. Now this wasn't really planned so much. I was coming past Pitlochry a week ago, and there's many a time I've travelled past Dunkeld, and I've always thought it'd be really nice to spend some time there, learn a little bit more about the history, and likewise try and get out into surrounding areas and try some of the different routes. Now I had a couple of days and I thought, you know what, let's just do it. Tried to see if there was much in the way of YouTube videos on the route, and none of them really went into any detail. So I thought, oh, we'll give it a go and see if people like it. So what I'll do, we'll carry on the route a little bit further. For them perhaps maybe not having the best info on it, I'll try and add some stuff later on to the video as I walk through different areas, once I've had a bit of time to go back and look into it more. But today I'll try and get as much, captivate as much of the scenery as I can for you. Anyway, we'll catch up in a little bit. So I don't know if you can hear in the background all the birds, very peaceful going along this small section I'm on at the moment. Listen, so very easy to just relax and enjoy it all. One of the things I do know about this sort of trail that we're on, nearer sort of the lochs that will come up towards, there's maybe quite a lot of beaver activity. So I'm quite eager to see if I can actually find any signs of this. So hopefully we'll be able to find that. So I've just walked past the signpost what we've seen earlier, and immediately to the right hand side, as we're coming up to Mill Dam, we can actually see some beaver activity. I'll just have a wee look closer, and you can see actually where they've been gnawing away at the tree stumps over here. And as we go further along to the burn, it'll be more obvious. We can actually see some of the areas where they've obviously tried to create dams. In a lot of places, especially south of the border, beavers are often seen as being vermin because of they reckon they cause ecological damage. But it's a matter of debate. Anyway, there we go. So I've not long left that signpost for Butterstone behind us, and now we're on to a single track, and you can see that the ground's starting to get a little bit boggier underfoot. I'm still walking through a forest section on the run up to heading towards Deuchary Hill, so we'll need to keep our eyes peeled for a small offshoot path for that, which probably isn't going to be that much further ahead, and then we'll make our ascent and take things from there. Anyway, she'll catch up in a wee bit. So I've just come off the path. I can see this contraption in front of me. I'm not particularly sure what it is. I'm going to take a guess it's maybe something to do with the forestry, some sort of pulley system for perhaps taking up the logs. Yeah, but if you know what it is, please feel free to leave a comment down below. It'll be interesting to find out. So we're just coming along the path, and we've got an offshoot that will take us up to Deuchary Hill, which is just over the 500 metre mark. Now there's no obvious signs here, it's literally a very small trail path that we're going to head up, and I can see even just from the start of it, it looks rather boggy. But it's not too much of a high ascent. You've done a lot of that as you've been coming up through the forest anyway. So we'll just take it as it comes, and I'll catch you up probably near towards the top. So I've just arrived at the trig point. Yeah, quite deceptive. It didn't look like it was particularly high from when I first started the ascent. There's a few false summits on the way up, and the path can be quite technical at points, especially because there's quite a bit of runoffs coming off the hill itself. So it took a bit longer than expected, but it's one of these ones, it's certainly worth the view when you get up here. I'll pan the camera around in a minute so you can have a wee look. But I would say it's starting to get a little bit on the windy side, and certainly getting quite overcast, and you can see the sort of rain clouds not so far off. So I'm just going to go back down the path I came up. That's how the official route for it does. But there are other ways that you can make your way off the mountainside, heading directly towards Loch Ordie and avoiding double backing on yourself. But anyway, we'll cut around and we'll get some views. So we've just come off the mountainside. That's the highest elevation that we will be doing for today, and my understanding it's also the highest point in this particular area as well. And now we've got stunning views from the top there, especially heading off looking towards the Munros in the far distance. You can still see some of them being snow capped. And likewise looking down towards the Loch Ordie as well. The trail itself, very easy to navigate for most part. I would say it would be handy if they actually had a sign directing people up to the summit, because you could easily walk past that side path. But anyway, it's a small point. Well, we're now on the sort of flatter sections heading into the moorland, and we'll catch up in a little bit. So I thought I'd stop for a well-earned break as we've reached another milestone, as we've just arrived at Loch Ordie. Now, Loch Ordie probably better known for people going out here fly fishing. Same with a few other lochs in this area. Now, this is beautiful. I just thought this is an ideal wee location just to sit down, have a rest. Likewise, got a nice wee bridge to sit on, and I am just going to relax and take it all in, and I'll catch up with you a bit further along the trail. So I've just passed Loch Ordie Lodge, which is private. It's not a MBA or anything like that. But down by the shoreline, there's plenty of areas that you can get pitched up. And likewise, I don't think it would be necessarily too much of a problem if it's late on the day, getting pitched up actually near the lodge itself. I had originally looked at camping up in this section, rather than staying in a campsite like I did last night in Dunkeld. I'm kind of kicking myself because that was a beautiful location. Anyway, the sun's starting to come out. Hopefully this will be like this for the rest of the afternoon. Always good for the morale. Anyway, a little bit less talking, a bit more walking. So I've just passed Deuchary Loch, and I believe this one's a Rockmell Loch. A beautiful scenery around here, very peaceful. See there's a few people out fishing today. I've probably not seen this many lochs on one route in a long time. I think the last time I've done something was Glen Lockham, where I think there was maybe 3 or 4 sort of lochs along there. Anyway, this is very pleasant, and we're just going to be heading along the trail, making probably our final approach towards Dunkeld. So I'm just walking towards, I believe it's Polney Loch. It's only about a couple of miles along this particular section of track that I'm on. Now it's my understanding that this is one of General Wade's roads. If you've not heard of General Wade, he was the gentleman, if you can call him that, who was assigned the task to pacify the Highlands and the Jacobites. So his main role was to build the necessary infrastructure to facilitate that, so that being roads, bridges, waypoints and forts. So you'll find many of his roads throughout the Highlands. He certainly cemented his name and history in that respect. But today, obviously these roads serve a different purpose. So as much as they're a bad thing probably in the time, certainly grateful that we have them today. So we're just leaving Loch Polney behind us. I did try and sit there for a wee while and just absorb it all in, but unfortunately you've got well, I wouldn't say it's a major road leading into Dunkeld, but it's busy enough. And likewise, you've also got the clay pigeon shooting on the go. Something to be mindful if you're taking your dogs out for a walk, as our four-legged friends are far more sensitive to that noise. But other than that, It was beautiful. It'll be really nice to see later on when the lilies come out. So we're not far off from Cally Car Park, and I think what I'll do, I'll probably end the video around about here rather than the car park itself. It has been a very enjoyable trail to do. It certainly was better than my expectations. There's still enough challenge in it to keep you occupied, and the scenery, yeah, speaks for itself. So I hope you've enjoyed the video, and likewise you can take something away from it. And if you enjoy this sort of contents, please feel free to leave a like and hit that subscribe button. Until then, I hope you enjoy your own adventures and stay safe out there.